this is Spielberg.
Did I just lean into your shot there?
Yeah,
I just leaned into your thing.
You did. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Chris is back from his phone call with
Hey, Chris.
Rachel's. Did
Oh,
they
finally.
call?
How much
So
crack did you smoke?
Rachel's have the buffet waiting for us? That's good.
No, it's Rachel's. They were calling me because it's my birthday tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
that was yesterday.
No.
Is that why you stepped out to come up with that joke so you could come back in and have it?
Oh my
He went and
God.
Googled good jokes on my birthday.
Birthday
Yeah, actually, I
jokes.
missed the call. I've just been out there thinking jokes.
I'm actually, we're live, so you can't say it, but I'm kind of curious to know who that was really. But, don't answer that right now.
Okay.
He's like, it was my mom. It was my mom. She's like, you got to stop talking about Rachel.
Quote unquote Aunt Sally.
She's like, how do I... Like, Chris,
My
how do I
Aunt
get the DVR off of pause? You showed me once. Oh, now I've hit input. I've fucked it all up. Oh boy, now I'm on Hidimi 3. What's Hidimi 3?
Hidimi 3.
Is that a
Hidimi
channel?
3 bought up my Roku
Oh my
box.
God, what is Roku?
Why is my
I think the
Roku
TV's
box on?
The TV's broken. It's just this big blue screen that says Roku. Sudoku?
Rookie.
It says Sudoku. Kusaki. Bukaki. No, wait, what? What? I'm on the Bukaki channel. How did I get here?
I just want to watch a movie.
I
love how the other day my mom got thrown under the bus on another podcast, and now your mom is.
I was gonna say, my mom, she's gonna rescind the invitation.
Uh-oh.
She'll be mad.
Oh, man.
No, she's not. My first impressions are pretty good.
Oh no, she'd love this.
That wasn't a Chris. That wasn't a Chris mom specific dig. That was a moms in general dig. They can't work remote. They don't still get it. I get it.
No,
Maybe
it's
my
funny,
mom's just old. Maybe
because every time I go home, and I'm sitting there trying to just do something with the TV, I'm the one that has to get the right remote, start figuring out where the input is, and then just put it on the right. Yeah, she's worthless when it comes to that. I love you, Mom.
yeah,
But you're worthless.
it's a tech thing. It's a generation thing.
David
There's
Fincher,
shit that I don't get. Like sometimes, like
Yeah. I remember hearing a commentary, I think it was on 7 or something like that David Fincher was talking about every time he goes to his parents' house, he has to fix the color on their television and stuff. and then I'm like, actually, yeah, we all do that. Like filmmakers, we can't let our family watch it looking like shit. And my brother, who I hope is listening, he'll zoom in. It just zoom, right? And it's like, why are you zoomed in? Get it? What are you doing?
he changes the aspect
The
on
aspect
the TV
ratio.
Oh yeah,
It's
they
like,
don't.
what?
Yeah, no,
I don't
no.
understand. It looks better that way. It's like, it does
No, it
not
doesn't.
at all look
Mom,
better that
do
way.
you realize everybody in the world's face isn't completely orange like that?
Yes.
You can change the...
Why is the
Except
sky
Trump.
green?
I wasn't gonna go there.
I had to throw it in.
Oh, it's like movies in space with Eepkert. All those guys are orange face, which is a little prescient.
Yeah.
Maybe Trump's from that planet, from Eepkert.
Meep.
There's this great short called "Movies in Space," made by Chris and Jack, and this guy goes to this other planet, and all these guys are like orange face. This is way before orange face himself, and it's just funny. But see, Trump wasn't the first orange face. Like Boehner was like Mr. Self-tanner bronzer. He was like Goldfinger. Duh. It's like he got Goldfingered and it just changed. Sky Dove.
Orange faces.
Gold-fingered? Gold-fingered. I know what this is.
Who
You just
doesn't
want to
want
get me in your limousine so you can stick your finger in me.
Limousine?
Limousine.
Dude, you're in the limousine.
I've had like a tea. I need a beer maybe. All right, so we got you said sci-fi? Favorite sci-fi? What's your favorite sci-fi movie, Chris? We're going on favorites.
Oh gosh, favorite sci-fi movie? I always answer questions like these, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, no, this is.
You can come back because
that's
fine.
not
We've got time. So what's your first blush, and then you can always come back and
You can call us later, and we'll
I'd
dub
probably
it
say
in.
Aliens. Was my
Aliens.
first-
Aliens.
Aliens. Yes.
Wow.
Not
Okay. Yeah.
Aliens.
Okay. Got it.
Old.
You took my favorite comedy. What's your favorite comedy?
This one probably come as a curveball, but my favorite comedy that I can think of right now, which really I might keep it that way, is Ted 2.
Ted
2.
And
Wow.
that's been Squadcast. This is Ryan Lambert and Andre
Thank
Gower.
you guys for coming.
That's
Not Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Not
No.
Ted.
I was bored. I was bored when it was out like 2 years ago, and I went and saw it because I live right up from a theater.
yeah. Tell everyone where you live.
I'm at
I know.
25A.
And I mean, it was just I left,
You
my
le-
jaw hurt.
Ted 2.
So Ted 2 is better than Ted?
I didn't really like Ted.
I
Ted
thought
2
Ted had missed a lot of places. But Ted 2 was fun. Oh,
Ted
you know
2
what? Then that's redeeming.
It was like that was the only movie I asked for that Christmas. You know, it was.
Wow. Ted 2
I-
gets on
Actually, I gotta say this. If you go to Chris's place, he only has 2 Blu-rays: The Shawshank Redemption, his favorite film, and then Ted 2. That's a true story.
That's it.
It's like you only have 2.
And then
like,
above the TV, the poster for both of those.
yeah, pretty much. That's a true story. Am I right? You have those are the 2 that
in
you
lotion
have.
and
I'm not big on collecting DVDs or Blu-rays.
Well, no, because you get a ton of stuff out there now. Like on chassis.com.
That's right.
I'd rather download it and keep it on a hard drive or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, I guess I made myself a target there. But
So you don't have a collector's mentality.
No.
Of like movies. Derek, do you have a collector's mentality? Like, do you keep physical media of
Very
movies?
much so. I still have my VHS collection.
Right.
Absolutely.
And why? Because this is a question we ask when we're doing like this other doc project. Like, what is that physical media like that you get bitten by something? You don't want to get rid of that because you feel like you own it because you can physically go and touch it. 'Cause we
Yeah.
can all access almost everything now.
Yeah.
Kind of, but not really.
It's first and foremost, let's call it what it is. It's nostalgia, but it's also it's like physically owning something and being proud of it. Because like you used to be proud to go buy vinyl or buy a cassette tape or CD or DVD or VHS. Like it was like this pride thing. And sometimes maybe you would like show it off, and it's like this physical thing, like a bookshelf.
Right.
It's like books, and you don't even buy books anymore.
I
you know?
love books. I keep books because when you're finished, it's a trophy.
It's a
like, I
trophy.
wanna
It's a
keep it.
trophy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's-
And I also like
I've accomplished it.
like getting a Blu-ray or something like that because I like the artwork, but I can also pop it in anytime I want. And like I know you can do that. Like I obviously I download movies all the time.
Right.
There's just something about it.
physically doing
Physically
it.
it, absolutely. And again, you say that to a kid that's 12 years old now, 30 years from now, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I still have my download collection on a hard drive."
Right.
And then the
Where
kids
it's like,
in the future
yeah, I
will be
got
like, "What is
16
that?"
millimeter reels.
He'll have more music than we could ever buy, like in a little pill-sized chip in his hand or something.
Right.
You know.
Right, that Bluetooth to his eye socket so we can
Yeah.
watch the music videos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
It's
really
crazy,
bizarre.
but I like that ask that question of that, that collector mentality is different because that's a fandom thing, but like physical media of someone that appreciates something.
Mm-hmm.
And with me, it's books. Like if I read a book, 'cause I read a lot and I like to keep the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not going to read it again, but I want to know that I had it, and then I look at it, the spine's there, or the cover art, and that just I had to go away from that. So then you get into the mentality of like read the book and then give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do the movies because it's totally
Right.
different. But
Don't touch my movie.
right. So
Give it back.
do you have how is your collection organized on your shelf? Because there's also a display thing. People want to come over and you're like, this is my display.
Yeah.
Do you have it alphabetical, by director, by genre, by
I used to when I was a kid, and I had a book, everything cataloged, so it was alphabetical and all
Dork.
that stuff. Yeah, I know it was. I had a lot of time in my hands.
dork?
But now it's just like kind of presentation. It's like Blu-rays and then DVDs, but the way they're made, like the case. Okay, these kinds of cases go here.
Okay,
that
so that's
sort of thing.
right. Everybody has their own kind of
Yeah.
OCD-ness of when. display.
Absolutely.
Well, you know,
Now,
I used to have the collector mentality, and it was never just like disgustingly like hoarding or anything, but I mean I couldn't keep the room clean. There's all this clutter everywhere. You know, you're
Right.
always trying to come up with a better way to organize shit, and before you know it, you've got like the most intricate system. And finally, I gave away probably like 75% of what I own,
Yeah,
and I feel a million times better.
it's very cleansing. Like
Yeah.
when we moved, we got we gave away, sold at a garage sale, or Craigslisted 95% of the physical shit that we owned.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I gave away.
And I didn't get rid of enough. Like, I shipped way too much shit across country that I'm like, I should have just got rid of that.
Yeah.
I ended up like not having to pay any taxes, like because I got rid of so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so you said favorite comedy was Ted 2. Favorite drama, like if
And
you.
then, but one thing I gotta say is favorite and best, in my opinion, are different.
I could agree with that. So your favorite is Ted 2. What's the best comedy?
I mean, Dumb and Dumber, maybe Ace Ventura.
Dumb and Dumber is actually on my top 3 list of comedies of all time, just because
Want to
it's
hear the
so
most annoying sound?
We do every Squadcast.
Oh.
According to the map, we've only gone this far.
I love when what's his name, Harlan Williams, is that his name? Drinks the piss. I love the noise he makes. He goes. I love that.
We got no jobs. We got no girls. Our pets' heads are falling off.
But you do. Have you guys seen the guy pissing in the background in Dumb and Dumber, right?
Which scene?
Okay, so when
They
they're
just caught
leaving,
some random dude.
No, if you watch Dumb and Dumber, I think it's towards the beginning when they're running away out of their place from the bad guys or whatever. If you look in the background, there's a homeless guy pissing on the wall. Literally,
It's not like an extra.
probably an extra, but
He's okay.
but he's literally just peeing on the wall.
It'd be amazing if it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, just they caught it.
yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, look for it next time.
Okay, so not Dumb and Dumberer, because you like Ted 2. You don't like Dumb and Dumberer. All right, Derek, comedy.
Oh,
What did we do with comedy with you?
Well,
Did we comedy with Derek?
Yeah, Crime Busters is my favorite.
That's right.
Crime
Sorry.
Busters.
That's
And
right.
then, but what makes me laugh a lot is Lebowski and Bad Santa, Friday, stuff like that. But I'm still thinking about.
Bad Santa's legit.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about sci-fi. But you said drama. You asked him a minute ago.
You
But
have plenty of time to think about sci-fi. Just
Yeah.
fucking blurt it out, dude.
I feel like if I say it, it's gonna. I'll
Just
change
say it.
You've got
You
54
can
seconds
change.
to
It
come
can
up
change later in your own mind.
If I could change, then you could change. Everybody could change.
Sci-fi,
I wanna-
Rocky 4.
If you, actually, kinda. It is like a sci-fi. That's
They
a
do
trippy
Rocky in
movie.
space?
with. Adrian in space? What is that?
It's like
Explode.
No, it's just because you can't hear him in space.
Talia Shire came to our screening the other day. Segue.
Yeah?
And had a lot of wonderful things to say about John
You're
Avildsen.
avoiding the question.
I am.
So how was that? How was Talia Shire
Oh,
as someone that you don't know but now know that's
She-
come into this project?
Yeah, I mean, she's a sweetheart. We love Talia. She's a wonderful human being, and John Avildsen really adored her, and she adored him. She had some really great stories to say, and in the documentary, John G. Avildsen, King of the Underdogs, available on chassis.com. You can see Talia Shire say some of these really cool stories about working with John.
She does have good stuff in
Yeah,
in
she has a
Should
lot
we
of great
call her,
stuff.
put her on speaker too?
We should.
Does anybody say,
Poke
like,
her
how
on
was it
your
working
phone.
with so... I want to see the... no, the guy was a total prick.
Yeah.
How was it working with so-and-so? Oh, Ryan Lambert?
That guy was a dick.
Dick.
That guy was a total dick.
Total dick. Adele would. Adele would be like, Talia Shire, she's a cunt.
He's a fucking cunt.
He's a fucking cunt. Even that fucking Rocky guy.
Star Wars: A New Hope. I didn't want to say it.
You
'cause
mean,
it's so
hang
trite.
on, you mean Star Wars.
Well, I wanted to say it for the kids out there, but yes, Star
There's no
Wars.
kids
Fuck
listening
the
to this.
kids.
I
And,
didn't wanna
and the
say
kids
it.
that are, we have to educate them that it is Star
Just
Wars.
Yes,
called
it is
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Star Wars.
But it's so trite. I didn't want to say it, but yes, Star
Wait,
Wars.
that's
wrong
your
with that?
sci-fi? That's
Yeah.
probably...
Whatever, dude.
That's the one
So
that
this has
brings
been
it back.
Squadcast.
well, because I wanted to say something cool, but Star Wars.
Empire's mine.
Well, everyone
I'll say
says Empire, but
But Star Wars
Star Wars
really
is
is
mine.
kind of... Empire's the better movie.
yes,
Star Wars is probably more enjoyable. 'cause it's the
yes,
first
thank you. It's innocent and raw and all these things, but Empire is the better movie, absolutely.
Yes. Return would have been the best of all of them if Lucas hadn't fucked it up.
If they didn't put the Ewoks in.
I'm so sick of hearing about that.
I just did an
But you're not,
Ewoks
it's
podcast.
completely true, and you know it.
guys. I just did a full podcast the other day about Ewoks.
Okay.
I did.
So we don't need to cover that ground.
It was
I feel like
awesome.
he was chastised.
And that's been the Squadcast.
Yeah.
It's already-
No. The
Thanks for
Ewok
coming.
movies. Did you guys see the Ewok films in the 80s? The TV movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah? Didn't like them?
No.
I have diabetes. Oh wait, Ewoks are a thing.
I love them.
That's because you're young. And he made look. It was a genius marketing move.
It really was.
Genius marketing move. Now, if you wanted short, fuzzy things that could have sold dolls, then you put some baby Wookiees
Yeah.
in
I
it.
agree.
And sell those, but you made them. It ruined
But
it.
Ewoks are teddy bears.
I know, but that.
Everybody
Okay, we're getting
knows
We're getting.
They're
into
also kind of really ugly.
I don't think they
They're
should
kinda
be.
You
scary.
really look at their faces.
They're
They're
scary.
like, "Nah." They have like really disgusting faces.
But their eyes,
They're not that
they're
cute.
those doll eyes. You just want to, they're like plastic, and you just pull them off and
Yes.
chew on them, and then
Yes.
whatever.
yeah, they're just giant black orbs.
They're
It's
just
just
sewn on.
having them as teddy bears. That's the whole point. They're teddy bears that you can buy. That's the only success. In the story, they fuck it up
Yeah,
because that's not realistic.
yeah.
They can't do any. Look, okay, this is my whole argument.
There we go.
Because we know the backstory. The Endorian moon was supposed to be the Wookiee planet, and they enslaved the Wookiees to build the second. Okay, and it was supposed to be the Wookiee rebellion, and that was the big fight at the end of Return. Was the Wookiees rebellion? Okay.
Yeah.
They even built. Then he changed the last minute to put 3-foot teddy bears in it instead of 7-foot Wookiees. Right? Okay. So stormtroopers, the guys that killed and burned Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru looking for the droids. Same guys. Can't fucking kill a 3-foot teddy bear. Only one of them dies in
But
this
it's their
epic
own.
battle.
But it's their own environment. They understood the environment, so they knew.
Shut up! Oh my god!
Stormtroopers came. They're like, "Where are we?
Oh my god! I
Don't
can't
do
walk
anything."
in a lush jungle, but these little and they're living in the tree.
It's a forest. It was a forest. It wasn't a jungle.
It's got a good
This
point.
lush old growth forest, which was supposed to be Kashyyyk. That was my only problem. And then you rehashed a Wookiee. I mean, you rehashed an Ewok joke in return with Jar Jar and their dumb species too, throwing the fucking
Like
the slingshot.
the bubble grenades.
Fuck. Next topic. So we're gonna see
Yeah.
what you did. See what you did.
I didn't want to
So
bring
your
it up.
favorite
You got me all
sci-fi
wrong.
movie is Return of the Jedi. Anyway,
And Punch.
let's talk about the actual best science fiction film of all time, which
we
is
all know is
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
very nice. Well, most people say 2001, but
No.
I'm a Encounters guy over 2001.
Absolutely.
Close Encounters is the perfect film that I want to talk about.
The first time, I just want to say this, the first time I saw Close Encounters, it was the first
Final.
movie I literally jumped out of my seat. I was
Close
like,
Encounters.
what? Yeah, towards the television, because I had to see the television.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't born in 77.
And
And I jumped out of my seat. Truth be told, that's the only film that ever literally made me do that. When you see like the ship and everything in the desert and whatnot, I was blown away. I was like,
yeah,
yeah,
the best.
it's fantastic.
Okay, drama, like your favorite drama that you would admit watching and going, wow, that got me.
Shawshank Redemption.
You're one of the two
All day
DVDs you
long.
own. Okay.
Yeah.
An Officer and a Gentleman. Yeah, go ahead, laugh. Laugh. Gets me every
I
time.
just pictured like Louis Gossett Jr. in his underwear. I don't know.
I say that.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
but that has
I-
nothing to do with Officer and
yeah, I
Gentleman.
was gonna say,
You
that's
think of
supposed
Lou
to-
Gossett Jr.'s underwear
I
all
don't
the
think that's
time.
in the movie.
Not at all. Not at all. Not in the
Kinda
cut
like
that I've been
go-to.
watching.
No, you think
Louis Gossett Jr. as the alien in Enemy Mine in his underwear.
that's what
There
you
you
think
go.
about.
Having a baby.
Wearing the
Yeah.
mask. Wearing the mask. You're my friend.
But wasn't it jarring though when he's pregnant? Like,
Ugh.
isn't it
I don't
weird
wanna
in
talk
Enemy
about it.
Mine?
So annoying.
It's weird.
It's so bizarre.
What were we comparing Enemy Mine to a couple weeks ago?
Oh yeah,
It was a series, a TV show.
we were watching a show.
No, we were talking with somebody else. We couldn't figure. It was the cop show when the aliens come down.
Alien Nation.
Alien Nation.
Alienation. Yeah.
Alien Nation.
It's Enemy Mine, the TV show.
I keep wanting. That's
Yeah,
what we were saying.
pretty much,
on
yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
Not Battlefield Earth.
Is that the one where they all got the birthmarks all over their head?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Alien Nation. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, they don't call it birthmarks as a pejorative. They just call it my head.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
even
like
think
your
they-
hair. They'd come to Earth and go, these people have these fuzzy birthmarks all over their skulls.
It's true.
Were they furry? Yeah.
No, you're furry.
You're furry.
Well,
They're-
you're not, but, you know.
Yeah. To them, you are.
Yes, to them, because they, you know.
Wow.
Woof. Woof. Oh, the air just kicked on. So there's some noise in the background. We'll clean it up. And disregard the neighbors slamming the doors and playing piano and having voice lessons. That happens here. It's good. This is like it can't get any more cliche LA apartment building. When the lady that manages the complex also teaches kids voice and piano lessons.
So at the end
right
of
next
the
door.
podcast, we have a dance party. So you guys ready?
Wait, and a 3. The sun will come out tomorrow. It's all these kids doing show tunes. It's awesome. There's one girl, I think she's about 14, that's been working on Pat Benatar. She's been killing it. It's good lately. It's pretty good.
Nice.
That's a good question. How about best favorite musical?
Oh, that's easy.
I don't care for song and dance musicals, but I like music movies.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer that question is Purple Rain.
Okay.
That's, yes.
You were gonna say that, weren't you?
Well, that's one of my all-time favorite movies.
That's my 6th favorite film
But-
of all time.
Do you consider that a musical, or do you consider that a music movie?
Because
That's-
a musical to me is Singing in the Rain, which is the greatest, I think. But, yeah.
Right. Okay. That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah.
And probably the best soundtrack of any movie.
It's
of
my
all time.
one of my favorite movies, favorite artist, favorite song, favorite album, Purple Rain, hands down.
Good call. I agree for music movies. Chris, favorite musical?
Musical, it's got to be Showboat or Les Mis.
Nice.
With Russell Crowe, Jean Valjean?
Not
or
the
somebody?
movie.
Not the movie. Oh, favorite music. Oh, you're going...
You're just
Look at
going
me. I've been to the theater.
Straight up stage.
Sorry.
Straight up
Didn't know we
stage.
went,
Yeah.
adult.
I love musicals. I really
I'm
do.
talking
you
about
like- you like
drunk
that,
on your
okay.
couch with one eye open.
But Derek, you don't like musicals.
Not at all. Nails on a chalkboard. I love The Wizard of Oz. I love Singing in the Rain. Yeah, but no, I just can't do it.
Yeah? Okay.
Nails on a chalkboard.
Have you ever seen On the Town?
I have.
That's the fucking jam.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, what's your favorite musical?
On the Town.
On the Town?
Easily. Love that shit.
New York, New York. It's a wonderful town. On the Town.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't.
Just
I grew up
goofy-
watching
goofy and
Rambo
stupid.
too much.
Yeah.
I wanna
and
live
stuff.
that
I just
movie.
can't get into musicals. I don't know. Like I was watching Commando and Predator my whole life.
And what if he just jumped out and started going, get to the chopper?
Well, you've seen that on YouTube, right? Yeah,
Uh,
which is actually kind of cool. It's really
My parents grew up
Sky
loving
Dome.
they love musicals and theater and whatnot, so I really did go to a lot of that stuff.
Right. Oh, I think that has a thing with you have some influence or someone else gatewaying you into something and having an appreciation at the beginning. But sometimes things just don't click or resonate with you. Musicals to me seem they don't. Most of them don't click. It's like
yeah. But music.
we're sitting
movies-
around, then all of a sudden it's like, and then I start singing. Music movies different, but my favorite musicals, I have 3 favorite musical movies that were all, of course, stage productions first, and I'm like, I like those, and I'll give them leeway if you just start breaking into song and dance in a movie. So, but I get that thing. I thought musicals are kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
They're jarring.
they are. It's like, what's happening now?
Yeah.
Why are you? And some do it like not really well.
Yeah.
But my favorites are Guys and Dolls, Grease, and I like The Sound of Music, and I actually like Chicago.
Very interesting.
The recent,
Yeah.
recent, like 20 years ago now.
Yeah. The Oscar-winning Chicago.
The Oscar-winning Chicago, and a lot of people say like Moulin Rouge, which is actually, but the whole movie bothers me because it's so much, but it's actually a good movie.
Yeah, I just can't.
It's almost too much.
Can't get into it.
All right, favorite.
Baz is too much for me.
I think it's what it was too much. It was too bazzy.
They're all too bazzy for me.
All of Baz Luhrmann's,
It's not my favorite thing.
but Chicago's not Baz Luhrmann.
I agree.
It's like, oh, it's not. No,
No, Moulin Rouge.
Yes,
Oh, Chicago's great.
yeah, I like Chicago.
Yeah.
That's why if Baz Luhrmann did Chicago, it would have been like melted jail bars, prison bars, and all this weird shit, and like velvet like stone walls in the prison.
Yeah, I don't think I would have enjoyed that.
I think the 2 best numbers in Chicago are Richard Gere's give him the old razzle dazzle and John C. Reilly's cellophane. I mean, that's the.
I think John C. Reilly's
It's so good.
performance is the best thing about that film.
I think it is. He's
Pretty
so
much
good.
his performance in anything he's in
any
is
film?
the best performance of the film.
Always.
It's always like
He's a
Magnolia,
good actor. Period.
Lobster. Like he's just Boogie Nights. Like,
He's so good at Boogie
it's just when you
Nights.
see him, you're like, oh, good, thank God he's in this.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
it's gonna
get
be good.
excited. Even in Gangs of New York, you get excited that
Great.
he's in it.
Yeah.
you know?
Great.
You're like, what's he going to do with that?
Yeah.
I think he really is the. I mean, because he's also obviously going to be a leading guy or a co-leading guy, but he's that perfect feature character actor that comes. But he's even good in Step Brothers.
Yeah,
He's better than Will Ferrell in Step Brothers.
yeah, they're
Because
great
he's
dynamic.
a little deeper, but they work well together.
They're
It's
trying to
just
do
crazy.
another one where they're Border Patrol.
Nice.
I just heard Will Ferrell on Nerdist too. He's like, we're trying to do this movie with me and John C. doing a border
Border
patrol people trying to like keep the wall intact or whatever. Like, oh God, here we go.
Oh.
That's gonna be.
But he has a lot of range. He's not just like playing Amos in Chicago all the way to playing Homeboy in Boogie Nights or
his
Step
character
Brother.
in,
He's just
like,
fantastic.
in
and Magnolia, he's
In
great.
Skull
Casualties of
Island.
War.
Did you see Skull Island?
yeah.
He's great. He's the only thing that's good about that movie.
He's great in everything.
It's the only thing that's good about Skull
That's why
Island.
the actors that are like feature actors and character actors are really the really good ones. Like
Yeah.
I would say John Riley and like Stanley Tucci and
Does Stanley Tucci still make movies?
oh yeah,
Steal it.
Yeah.
he's so good
He's still
in
in
that.
shit?
Oh.
I
In
never
whatever
haven't
he
seen him in anything.
does,
Mm-hmm.
it's good. I like it.
You know, Billy Bob Thornton once said, who's one of my idols, he said, I'm so sick of hearing these young, like, actors say, like, oh, Brando. He's like, I like Brando, but bullshit, man. Don Knotts, J.T. Walsh.
Yeah.
These are the people that
J.T.
you
Walsh
learn
is
from.
a genius.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to learn acting, learn from those guys.
No, yeah, and Emmett Walsh, like those are the guys.
Emmett Walsh.
Those
Yeah.
are the actors.
Roger
you know?
Ebert said, any movie that Emmett Walsh is in is
Yeah.
usually thumbs up for him.
Genius.
That's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Those are the guys you
Well,
want to
those are
learn
the guys that
acting
actually
from.
make the film. Like they round it out.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you could throw fucking Schwarzenegger in something, but it's the guy. It's the other people that make the movie.
Yeah, like
that-
Edward Furlong.
Exactly.
Dude.
I was thinking more of
I'm just
Tom
messing.
Arnold, but
Yeah.
um,
Or Paxton.
Very true. Very true.
Or Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
oh, you put Paxton in something, it's gold.
What do you think about? I'm just thinking of DeVito now. They did a couple movies together.
They did a couple.
DeVito's
They
good.
did Twins and
I know
Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Junior, right?
Yeah.
I didn't remember him being in.
What do you guys think of DeVito on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Genius. Frank.
Yeah.
He's so
No.
good.
Who's your
He's
favorite
really good.
on the show?
On the show,
Yeah. I have mine. That's why.
I think Mac.
Interesting.
I think his character is the funniest.
Interesting. Andre.
Dennis all the way.
Yeah, we're
Dennis?
Dennis guys. We're Dennis guys.
All the way.
Dennis is the greatest character ever. in
He's
my-
such a piece of shit.
Yes, he is.
They're all
What's-
pieces of shit, but he knows that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Mac thinks that he's just like. He's cool. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm cool, man. I'm fucking cool. It's like, no, you're the
Max
opposite.
like
Yeah.
a shithead with a conscience.
Yeah, and now he's
Yeah.
gay, which is really
Yeah.
funny.
And I think
'Cause he doesn't really know it.
Deandra is. I think she's the funniest chick on
She's
television.
a serious comedian.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She's amazing.
new
her on the
show,
Mick is.
Mick,
Yeah.
just
I mean, she's
amazing.
so good. She's
Yeah.
carrying the whole thing on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Brilliant. It's great.
What's because I know you guys are working on the next thing, even though you're releasing now. Are you able to talk about that?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
So tell lead in a little bit. We won't get too much into it, but what's on deck?
Right now, we are in production on another documentary called Stallone Frank. That is. It's about. Yep,
my
you
God.
guessed it. Frank Stallone.
Don Knotts.
Yeah.
Don Knotts.
Yeah, we're doing we are the guys that are bringing you a Frank Stallone documentary, and it's going to be fantastic. It's
Did you get her?
We're setting up an East Coast trip right now.
Is
We're
their
just gonna
mother
perform at
still
Roaches.
alive?
yeah, we interviewed Jackie
she's-
Stallone
She's
the other
great.
day.
She's a
Yeah.
great personality.
She's like 95 years old.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Awesome.
we've already interviewed Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone and Jackie Stallone and Joe Mantegna. We've got so many people coming up that we're going to interview after them. And yeah, it's just it's going to be a really great film. Frank is one of the best storytellers you'll ever find in your life. He's just a complete awesome, fun, crazy guy who has a fascinating life and who spent 50 years with a microphone in his face, like singing on stage. And not a lot of people know that. I mean, the guy's got a Grammy nomination, a Golden Globe nomination, and they all think that, there might be another reason why he got all that, and then you'll find out, no, it's not because of his brother, it's because he's really genuinely talented. He's just been living in the shadow of his last name for the last 40 years. So we're doing that right now.
Well, that's an interesting topic of that. Because in your research, if you're going back into a B-roll, he was big in Japan, wasn't he? Big in Japan.
Big everywhere except here.
I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I did a commercial with Frank Stallone years ago, and it was for like Dentimore beef stew.
Wow.
And it was only like airing in Japan or something.
Nice.
Well, we should interview you.
Did he grind you up and put you in the stew?
No, I barely saw. I think I barely saw him. But we were way out by Magic Mountain. It was hot as balls. And I was up on this like rig, like this flying rig, and I had to come in and like kiss this little girl on the cheek and then like fly out or something.
Timur has a budget.
I don't know. It was either that or I
First
hallucinated
drone
that whole
shot
thing.
ever. How do they have...
First drone shot.
Yeah.
Little Gower on a crane. Push.
Well, Dentimore, wasn't that?
I think it was. Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
Jimmy Durante.
Yeah, he was the stew guy.
He was Dentimore beef stew. He just cracks it over and goes, and it's gone.
He was the guy. That was his commercial. He was the
Wow.
Jimmy Durante was
Jimmy
the
Aardvark Durante. He was awesome.
That's racist.
What?
Anyways,
Is it?
I don't know.
Reminds me of one
It's
of my favorite
nosist.
cartoons ever. The Ant and the Aardvark.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
Jackie Mason.
Yeah. Yep.
Hello. I'm gonna go.
I'm
I'm gonna go.
I'm just gonna stand. John Avildsen
And then
directed Jackie Mason
Oh.
in a film, which was called The Stoolie in the 70s.
Stoolie. All right.
Yeah. So throwing it back to John Avildsen.
I saw Jackie Mason do a stand-up thing.
That's my new favorite John Avildsen movie.
Yeah.
Stoolie?
Yeah.
So, see, you can always come back.
Yeah.
You can always come back. So, but the Frank Stallone
Is it
thing,
sci-fi?
that did that come out of making the Avildsen doc and saying, hey, I think this is another story to tell. We already know how to do this. We know half the people probably that we could, call and talk. Or was this?
I'll tell you
because
exactly
you were working
how
on
it happened.
another concept for a doc too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the story and then I'll let you jump in, Chris. You've been so quiet, smoking your crack and eating your grapes. So
Enough crack.
yeah, about a year ago, I was at dinner with one of our producing partners, Emmett James, and he was just like, "So what's next?" And I was like, "Man, everyone keeps saying, are you doing documentaries now?" And I was like, "No."
Now you're stuck.
Exactly. And I was like, narrative film is what I do, and the narrative features. And he goes, "Would you do another doc?" I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, if it was a good subject." And I was like, he's like, "Well, what are you thinking about?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I've been tossing out this idea to do one on Sylvester Stallone, but there's been a gazillion, so I don't know what I would do differently." And then after a few cocktails, Emmett goes, "What about Frank?" And it was like Moses parting the Red Sea. It was like exactly. It was like moments, and I was like, "That's it." And I never looked back. And I immediately called Frank, and Emmett and I took him to dinner, and we're like telling it to him. He's like, "I'm in." And so from that, we started working on it, and it was so weird how this next project happened, which we won't talk too much about, but we were like, I guess, is it okay if we name drop a bit? I don't know. We're at Sylvester Stallone's house. He invited us over to show him King of the Underdogs, and he loved it. He thought it was fantastic. And we're sitting there, and it's Chris, me, Sly, Frank, and he loves it. And then Sly comes up with the idea of doing a Rocky documentary. And there's been
We're sitting here trying to keep our cool. We've been drinking a little bit, but really we're just like
exactly. So we actually start doing the Frank Stallone doc, but we go to Sly's to show him Underdogs, and we walk away with another doc.
Jeez.
So
on
you're
Rocky.
doing the Rocky doc.
We're doing both
Rock
at the
doc.
same time.
Rocky doc.
But it all so Frank Stallone came from Emmett's idea, and then the Rocky thing came because Frank took us over to Sly's, and it's just like, wow, now we're doing both simultaneously. I will turn it over to you now. feel like
How's that, Mr. Producer, doing two
yeah.
fucking things at the same time?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back.
Two
and,
things at the same time, and then also releasing Underdogs this week. It's been rough. But
yeah, you forgot your
fun as
birthday.
hell.
You forgot what day it
It's
is.
pretty rough.
Definitely got enough time to do our podcast and crack.
Yeah, go
So
smoke some
you're-
more crack.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
You've left this couch like twice now. We're starting to wonder.
Well, I mean,
He's had a lot of Perriers. Leave the man
That's
alone.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, is that what you're doing in there? Or
I don't know. That Rachel's call might have been a little heated.
yeah.
Here's your birthday present. It's a
Gotta
video.
go to the bathroom for about 5.
Why is
maybe
Rachel
6 minutes.
FaceTiming me? Oh my God! It's the chorus line.
I really did find that stripper's number, by the way, in my phone.
Oh, let's call her.
We should, but she. I remember. Look, she worked at 2 different places, and she so that she gave me the number for the second place because remember she was like, "Come to the other place tomorrow night."
man, I don't remember much.
Oh, I remember. Her name was Chanel.
I remember the strippers.
Hit call.
Like the
Put it
perfume.
right here.
Chanel, like
kinda
the
want to.
perfume.
I remember.
let's
I
do it.
remember washing my clothes
Probably
to get the
some
glitter
grandma's
off.
number now.
Yeah, you got to get the glitter off.
Oh.
So
Wow.
okay, so the Stallone Frank that is underway.
Yeah.
Do you kind of have do you kind of know where this ends and goes, or like you gonna discover a bunch of weird shit as you're going along, or is that kind of the hope?
Well, I actually that was the call I was just on.
Was it Frank?
Yeah.
That's
And,
awesome.
So Frank Stallone called you while we were podcasting.
Yeah.
See a Monster Squad fan?
Did you tell him the kid? Did you tell him the kid in the Dinty More Beef 2 commercial says
The
hi?
guy that he chopped
He says
up.
hi.
I wish I had known. I would have definitely said
He
something.
doesn't remember. I don't even know if that's correct.
You were like, oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it
hey.
was Frank Stallone. I can call my mom and ask. She'll tell
You
me.
just been like, hey, yeah, great.
Oh, Dinty More. Yeah, I had a whole I had a whole.
Lifetime supply in my cabinet. They
He
gave us.
goes,
That's him. Oh, I've been looking for Andre Gallo my whole life.
Is he the one on the crane? I don't know where that
I'm
accent
going to
came
use him
from.
as a tampon.
But
Sorry.
Oh, just literally.
Not with this
Literally
skull.
don't know
Not
what
with
that
this skull. That'd be way too hard. Maybe for an elephant or something. But it's not right.
Wait, I want to hear this. What is my voice crack? I want to hear this story as my voice cracks.
well, I mean, it was. He just called to sort of see what was going on, and I told
Was he
him
like,
what
Chris,
going on.
the hot tub's ready.
He's
The
like,
heater's
I
now
got-
fixed.
I got a problem. I told this girl about my documentary, and I think she's pregnant now.
That was not the call.
Of course, that was not the call.
Okay, good. Okay. You delivered that like it was the call, so well done on that one.
Yeah, I'm
you
actually
had
like-
me going.
Oh.
I was like, do I need to edit this? Well, that sounds like so. But besides docs, because I know that you've done other narrative features before, and that's what you want to do. You want to be making films like we all do that they all tell stories. Even what was that? I have no idea.
I think there was just an earthquake.
I think the building just collapsed. But if you what type of movie would be your favorite movie to make? Like, what do you want to make?
I like making dramas and thrillers. That's what I really enjoy making. And yeah, there's a little bit of John Avildsen in me as a filmmaker, but also that sounded weird. But also David Fincher. You know, like things like that. I like to mix it up. You know, and John. You know, he didn't like a lot of the stuff that I liked, but you know, that's why he turned down, you know, that first script I gave him. But yeah, I like dramas, thrillers. I like serious films. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like
Something that creates a mood and
Yeah.
like sets a mood, keeps that tone there, but you're telling a story within that.
yeah, because I'm kind of the opposite of most people. I prefer comedy television over serious television, and I prefer serious film over comedic film. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm used to doing, what I want to continue to do.
So if you had like that script in hand, who would you want to work with as lead actors in your thriller or drama or your driller? You're making a driller.
A thriller.
You're making a driller.
Really digging Miles Teller right now, and of course Josh Brolin, people like that. These guys that are leading men with some character in their face, and that can really just they're just badasses. They can do anything, you know. Really digging those guys.
Yeah, I like Josh Brolin, especially. I mean, really, it jumps up since No Country for Old Men.
Yeah,
where it's
He
so
brings some wine
gritty.
to the set as well.
He what?
Doesn't he have not an orchard, but doesn't he make wine?
Oh, he does something like that, right? Well, yeah, get everybody drunk at Crafty. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Settle down, Ryan. Settle down.
His father, James, in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Paging Mr. Herbert.
Mr. Herbert, you have a telephone call at the front desk.
Netflix has a Pee Wee Herman show coming up.
Oh, another one?
The show or the sequel to the third movie?
I think it's a show. I mean, that actually makes more sense.
That'd be amazing. Because they just broke whatever they were trying to get down the steps. Just don't run into my Jeep.
Paging Mr. Herbert, you have a phone call at the front desk.
Josh Brolin in the remake of Old Boy.
Yeah.
You liked that?
I did.
You liked him in that?
I liked him in it.
I like him, but not...
Not in the Goonies.
Not in the Goonies.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that bullshit.
You saw, like, recently, like, have you seen... All of a sudden, I lit another match on the...
Oh, did you?
On the Squad Goonies Twitterverse.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, people start going after each other a little bit.
Good.
It's pretty funny.
Cage match.
Someone said, hey, Andre Gower, Sean Astin and Ki-Hu Kwang are appearing at a convention in Chicago. You and Ryan should go there and kick their ass. And I was like,
Agreed.
okay.
We'll
if it was
there.
Feldman, I
We'll
would
be
have
there.
gone.
Yeah, see Sean Astin and Feldman.
Okay, here's a question, filmmakers. You have that script.
Mm-hmm.
Financing's in place. You're like, oh my God, I'm making my movie. And the producer says, Corey Feldman's your lead.
How much were they paying me? No.
Make
Feldman
a music doc.
Look, I'm a huge...
Oh, shit!
Yeah. They're actually...
Chris May with a home run right out of the
I missed it.
He said, make a music doc. Make a music.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that should be our next one.
No, don't make
I call it.
a
Everybody.
music movie
A music movie starring...
with Feldman.
Feldman.
So it's like not Purple Rain, but it's like you call it Purple Nurple or something.
This is what a friend of mine who lives in New Orleans, who went and saw Feldman perform the other night in New Orleans. This is what she said about the show.
Performing?
Well,
He's on tour right now. He's got a 40-day tour.
She said it literally was like watching The Room, but live. She's like, he's Tommy Wiseau or whatever his name is, as a singer. It felt like it was Tommy Wiseau from The Room performing.
Wow,
Like,
that's
how bad
probably
it
a
is.
pretty succinct.
Yeah. I was
Way
like,
to
that's the
describe
best. And he looks like him now, with the long hair
Yeah.
and all this stuff. But, I'm a huge 80s Corey fan. I love the two Coreys.
Yeah.
And especially Haim, that's my boy.
Yeah.
But, man, wow, the Feldster.
It's interesting, right? I always say, and I say this whenever Feldman comes up. There's two things to ask. That's why I put you on the spot with you're making your script, but the studio says you have to make it with Feldman. What would you do? Something like, I'd quit. I'm going to work at Kinko's, which I know doesn't exist. That's the choice. That's the choice. I'm going to go work somewhere that doesn't exist.
They wouldn't hire you.
I want him to come on the podcast because we know him and hang out, it'd be great. But I want him to go back to doing what he's good at.
Thank you.
Go find a script
Yes.
that there's only like 5 people in the movie, and the
kill
third guy is him.
Yes.
And it's some great performance piece that's super simple. Shave your fucking head.
Yes.
And go read lines in front of a camera because that's what you're really good at. And I want to see that.
And
I
that's
would
what he
make
doesn't-
that movie.
That's what I always tell people. Like, and he like disowns the acting thing. He's like, oh, it's the music thing. No, bro, the music thing. Stop. Keep acting. You were really good at it.
He was really good. He's
really good.
He got all of the really good roles. Because when you're growing up, Ryan and I, we all read for the same shit. Mm-hmm. And way back then, there was a much smaller pool of kid actors that were of that age range. So you're all reading for everything every day. Yeah. And that's how you need to know everybody. Now, even in that group, there's a hierarchy or the kids at the time that would get all the work is even a smaller percentage. So there's a large pool that you know of everybody, but really only like 10 to 15% of that pool are actually getting everything. And you read for stuff and Feldman gets it. And you read for stuff and Feldman gets it. And you read for stuff and you're like, oh, Feldman gets that. And there's a reason. Because he was good. Like, and you watch his stuff, and my favorite role that I screen tested for that I did not get went to Feldman. But he's better at it than I would have been. And I know that. And that's Teddy Duchamp in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
And
that's his best performance.
God, he's fucking good in that.
Yeah.
And so why can't he pay me back that $20?
He's you know what? I bet you he still has it. It's like it has like an RL on it. Just keep it in his pocket.
Fucker owes me $20. God damn it! That Taco Bell was expensive.
Yeah, I remember seeing an interview of him saying in like '89, like, "What do you like to eat?" And he's like, "Oh, I love Taco Bell."
Yeah. Hello. Guess who bought him that fucking shit? He was broke because his dad took all his money. Like, can I borrow $20?
Can I borrow $20?
Yeah, sure. Here you go. I'll get it back from you in a couple days. It's like, what, how many, 25 years later?
Hey, with just 2% interest on that, you're going to get like $50 back. That's be amazing.
That's $20.
The only person I owe $20 to, I owe Alfonso Ribeiro $20. Still.
Nice.
You just give it to the church, he'll be fine. Oh my God. I can't believe I just said that.
Wait, what? I'm going to buy him a box of golf balls because he's a big golf player. But here you go. I owe you $20.
I've always thought about...
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Shavar Ross.
You got it totally wrong. But I always think about that stuff.
I think
like,
that's racist.
I think it's racist.
Like bringing like these guys back that give them a good role, like Feldman.
It will.
And he can nail it.
I
He's
want that little
That's
indie film that you're like the third lead on that.
Yeah.
So
now,
let's go with that.
With his sort of his colorful career of like being in rehab and all that kind of stuff would affect it?
Would affect what?
No,
I think he can still act if he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's just a natural.
I don't think you lose that.
He's a natural.
I think he may be a little bent and not in front of the camera is where all that shit would probably come in and be affecting of the day. Because I know people that do work with him like, oh my God, it was a shit show. And then other people are like, no, he was great. So maybe it's like he's different on a Monday than he is on a Wednesday. But I just want to see him do not what he's doing.
Yeah.
But what's really funny, when we talk about your friend that says like his performance was this crazy thing, but you know what? He's got 40 tour dates.
Yeah.
And people are buying tickets. So I think for all of the haters that you see out there, I think there's at least 0.5 or 1 people that are like, well, I bought a ticket. I'm going to fucking Corey Feldman. I like it.
I mean, I would go. I want to go.
Yeah, but are you going for the spectacle or are you going because you like...
That's the thing. I'm a Corey fan. That's what I was saying. Growing up, the two Coreys, I remember I was 6 years old, I was in kindergarten, and I traded a Lamborghini poster for a poster of the two Coreys.
Yeah.
Like, I was a big fan and still am. And I remember where I was when Corey Haim died. We were on the set of Broken Blood, and I think it was Richmond Arquette or somebody had read it online. And they're like, oh, Corey Haim died. Like, and we were all sad, and it was terrible. Like, I love the Coreys. I just want to see him put this music away and get back to the natural, because he's naturally good at acting. He's not naturally good at singing.
It's very
So it's like, do the thing you're best at, you know? He's wanting to do what he wants as opposed to what he's good at. That's my opinion.
Is there? And did Chris May just say Charlie Sheen in the same conversation as Corey Feldman on our podcast?
I said,
never mind. Different podcast.
I didn't even hear that. I was
no, yeah, you know you did.
Going to see
it's like buying a ticket to go see the Charlie Sheen stand-up one-man show.
Yeah.
Which all is him just ranting about shit, right?
Exactly.
But he sold out Radio City fucking Music Hall.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And like drank tiger blood or something, or like
sold vials of tiger blood.
Yeah, I think that's like a bad thing. I don't think you can do that without a special permit.
I think when you're Charlie Sheen, you can pretty much do anything you want.
It's probably grenadine or something. Like, this is tiger blood.
He was just selling them so he could pay for his.
I think Charlie Sheen owes me $20.
Medical.
Charlie Sheen does not owe you $20.
Scott Baio does.
Wow, you were just like you guy, man.
You banned Baio from this podcast.
You bought a lot of Taco Bell
that
back
guy
in
is
the day.
not even. Whatever, we're not going there. Scott fucking Baio, Machio, fuck those dudes.
Well, good luck with your YouTube Red Show, Ralph and Billy Zabka.
For the record, Chris and I are friends with Ralph. We have no part in this part of the.
No, I was giving a good luck shout out for the YouTube Red Show, which I think is is that an interesting thing? Is that a good thing? I've seen a bunch of people go, best news I've heard all year. Other people be like, huh?
It depends on how it's executed, you know?
I mean,
the problem is I don't have YouTube Red and I'm not getting
it. I can pass judgment.
Are they doing a Karate Kid TV show? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
you were
comedy series.
Those two douchebags? I mean,
welcome
those
to the
two
internet.
guys-
Those great friends of
Those
ours.
two great people, the Ripples.
It was on the internet all day yesterday. The big announcement.
I wasn't on the internet yesterday. So they're doing a Karate Kid TV show
Yes,
with
on YouTube.
them.
With Machio and Billy Zabka.
Comedy
On
series.
comedy series.
They're just they're beating each other off the whole time.
No, up. Beating each other up.
Up. Oh, okay.
You misread the cue card.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part. So they're dressed as Cobra Kai, just going yoink, 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 just yoink.
Everybody dies at the end of Rogue One. And Rosebud was his sled. Fucking Lambert.
So was the butler in the room?
Was that?
Is that how you know?
So you
what?
guys want to start this? Do you want to start the
Rosebud?
podcast?
You want to
now?
start the podcast now? Should we hit record?
Should we hit record?
Should we hit record? I think I've got the levels
You guys
right.
ready?
And we're here with Derek Johnson and Chris
Hey,
May.
I'm
This
Ryan
is
Lambert. We're on Squadcast.
We're not going to talk about Ralph Macchio, who is our buddy.
He's my buddy. We see him on the road all the time. Like, hey, how you doing?
Hey, come on our podcast. No thanks.
No, you know you
Asshole.
He's not an asshole.
He's a jerk.
As we sit and talk with him in the green room and say hi. The only reason I love it is because he cockblotchioed me with Rosario Dawson.
I know.
I know, you know. I'm still mad about that, though.
I'd be pissed.
It's Rosario Dawson.
Yeah. Fuck.
He fucking
You know,
cockblotchioed everything.
you know who he didn't cockblotchio me with? Famke Janssen.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, nice.
She's very nice.
She looks very
She's
nice.
very tall.
Yeah, I believe it.
No, I mean like very.
Was that the
She's like an
reason?
imposing presence.
Is he like, oh?
No, I walked around. I talked to her for like 10 minutes. But she's great. Hopefully she comes to the Brooklyn. I got to send the guy the invite to come to the Brooklyn Alamo Draft House show that we're doing in a couple.
You
weeks.
talk to Ralph. He said his version of the story is he gave her to you.
Rosario Dawson? Yeah, no. He stood up and he goes, hey, I think that Andre Gower guy back there, watch this. But so we're with two Texas guys. We're getting ready to be in Texas for an entire week straight. So tell your friends to go. You call your friends and tell them to go buy tickets to our road show. It's good. We're going to like 6 or 7 Alamos in 6 days in Texas. We're doing 17 Alamos in 17 days.
That's insane. But
No, it's
insanely
insane.
That's yeah.
And we're doing a whole Texas run. So we'll be Houston, Corpus Christi, Laredo, San Antonio, New Braunfels, Austin, Lubbock, and Dallas.
Awesome. Wow.
So that's
When I'm in New Braunfels, I'm gonna be like, where am I?
Yeah,
Never
it's
heard
great
of
that they
it.
have
wouldn't
it's
be able to
it's the
handle
it's the stop in between Austin and San Antonio where everybody goes like river rafting.
So all of
Yeah.
our Texas friends and family, go see them or don't. But just do it. Go.
Or throw a rock at our RV as we're driving around. We're gonna,
No, people should go. I mean, you guys are awesome and they'll have a good time. So seriously, Texas people, go. I'm telling you to go.
Oh, and by the way, I just you might be getting a call, at least to do a story, but maybe doing a San Francisco event from the San Francisco paper. I was doing an interview today, and I was saying I've got guys coming over the house, and you'll like it. You're the movie guy, so I was trying to plug King of the Underdogs with the San Francisco paper.
Yeah,
so
appreciate that.
I might give him your email.
You should.
Good call. It's a cool guy. It's a cool guy. Well, anyway, the wrap. Did you guys? Did you skip? Did you want to? Anything else that we missed? We didn't really go off the rail. Well, yeah, we did.
What?
We go off the rail. Did we go way off the rail? It's just a Squadcast. That's my part.
Oh, sorry.
I think
You spoil
yeah,
everything. You take people's line. Well, look at
One, everyone dies. Got it.
great movie, by the way.
you are Rogue One. Yeah, Rogue One's good.
Oh, yeah. I
Rogue
enjoyed
One
it.
was legit.
I liked Rogue One.
Like,
Hated Force Awakens.
Me
Force
too.
Force
Yeah.
Awakens was.
Crap.
I'm gonna go ahead and commit. It was a bad movie.
Yes. But you know what's not a bad movie? John G. Appleton, King of the Underdogs, available at
Wonderful
chassis.com. That's CHASSY.
Are there any
Star
other
Wars
social
fans, I was
media
joking.
things?
You gotta check this out.
You can find.
Shout out your social medias.
Yeah, you could find the movie at JGA Underdog. That's on Instagram and Twitter. You can also just type in John G. Appleton, King of the Underdogs on Facebook, and you can find it. You can watch it on iTunes, Amazon, Vudu, Google Play, etc., etc., etc. And you can find myself, Derek Johnson, at DWJohnson16 and Instagram and Facebook, or no, Twitter, all that stuff. What about you, Chris? Do you even know your handle? All the crack you've been smoking.
He's got to look it up.
He's literally looking up.
It's Maychris, isn't it?
Maychris29.
Maychris29 at Maychris29 on Instagram.
Yeah,
and,
we literally just told you that, Chris. You don't even know what day it is and that your birthday is tomorrow, and you've been smoking crack this whole time.
That's too much crack. It just be calling me, man. It just be calling me.
But you know who did call him? Frank Stallone.
You got
Very true.
fuck
And,
out.
and Twitter is at ChrisMay234.
234.
Got it.
Because at Chris May 123 was already taken.
It used to be Steamy Teabag, but I had to change it.
Your mom got upset.
It's like, don't tell everybody your nickname.
Didn't you weren't you sitting
That's
out
my
Underdog's
nickname for
business
you.
stuff
That's my
or
nickname
whatever?
for you,
and
Steamy
It was
Teabag.
Steamy Teabag. I was
That
like, what are you
is so
doing?
wrong.
Change that.
So wrong.
I had to. I loved it in college. But that was a
Did you-
great
Did you
thing.
love
Wait,
it?
did you just say you like Steamy
Steamy
Teabag in college?
You love
Steamy Teabag as a
in college?
nickname. I love that in college.
Uh-huh.
But then now that I had to change it.
Why is it steamy?
Yeah, why is it?
He's from Texas. It's,
Okay.
Were you,
it's
did you just
hot.
get out of a sauna?
It's
No,
hot.
when I
Texas.
first got on Twitter, I joined
that
up
Gulf
with all these
moisture.
other Twitter comedians, and it was like everybody just has a weird fucking name. Like
Steamy
a
Teabag.
friend of mine here in LA, his name is Garbage Shit Boy.
What was your Wi-Fi in Dallas? What was it? What was it called?
And what was the password?
It was balls deep, and the password was balls deep awesome.
Ah!
This is my business partner, and this is who I make movies
Hello,
with.
my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello, my bald deep scowl.
All right.
All right, actually, perfect timing. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out. Go check out John G. Appleton, King of the Underdogs. We'll give you updates and go check out those guys on social. This has been another boring edition of Squadcast. I'm Andre Gower,
I'm Ryan Lambert, I think.
and this is already said it. This is what go.
Squadcast.
Squadcast. Balls deep, awesome.
Balls deep, awesome.
Steamy Teabag.
Steamy Teabag. Oh.
Jeez.
That's what I used to.